Light is healing. In syncretism, the subject of light is crucial and fundamental. To understand how light works and its properties, and in particular its healing property, is so crucial with syncretism. This is why I'm with Lifewave. Lifewave understand light and how it works and how it heals. These patches emanate signals into the body. The body, being already self-wise, knows how to utilize those signals for regeneration, for energy, etc. So that's why I would say go Lifewave and go to the light.
Aloha, everybody. Welcome to Miracle Patch Monday. I'm so excited to be here. And today, in addition to discussing these amazing patches, I'm going to give a brief overview. I'm also going to incorporate another amazing device, because today is all about managing the 5G effects. And a lot of people are experiencing side effects of 5G. And I'm going to have a brief video that I'm going to play, and you're going to hear my friends Pierre and Cullen also speak, because, of course, you know, they're, as people will know, Palladian contacts. They will also speak how 5G has affected them. Also, many doctors are very sensitive and have noticed that it has affected them and their patients, and are basically suggesting to their patients, well, why don't you place an X39 patch on the heart? And so they're noticing that their overall wellness is much better. So what is this miracle patch? It's what I'm wearing. It's the X39. Of course, there are other patches in the patch range, but I primarily focus on X39 in this show. But later on, I will be discussing the remaining patch range and how you can incorporate that for overall wellness. So again, this is holistic regenerative medicine, and this is based on ancient Greek therapy, in particular light therapy. And what this amazing man, David Schmidt, has done is he's brought it back to life. And this is why the ancient Greeks were very healthy. And what we're noticing is a lot of these ancient practices are coming back, which is absolutely exciting to me, because back in ancient Greece, there was many that lived to the age of 250. Now, please name one person that has actually lived to 250 in these times. And I bet you couldn't even think of one. So the results speak for themselves, the testimonials speak for themselves, and I have many, as I said in the last Monday show, that I have put in my Facebook page, my Gab page, and of course, many that I put in my Telegram channels. So you can look at those there. So one thing I did want to say about this whole 5G, some people have said to me, well, Maria, remember when President Trump came up with this coffee, but it was misspelled as COVFEFE. Well, hasn't it all been dealt with? Hasn't 5G been dealt with? And of course, what does that coffee mean? It means cobalt, vanadium, iron, and iron. So what was happening is they were creating these little boxes to put near the 5G towers, which creates a magnetic field, which basically diffuses the 5G effects and creates a beautiful frequency of 432 hertz. Now, millions and millions of boxes are required. So is every single tower really diffused with this box? We don't know, because I'm having a lot of people saying that they are being affected by 5G. And more recently, I mean, Natural News had an article, and I post this in my Telegram channel. 5G antennas cause children to suffer headaches, stomach pain, and sleeping problems. So it will affect you. And and there's been many other articles which have shown people affected in many other ways. So that's just, one example that I wanted to cite. So what I'm going to do is share my screen and bring up a video. And I'm going to do just a general introduction into this amazing X39 patch that I love, adore, and for many, many reasons. Because it has helped me in so many ways. And please have a look at the last two videos, because I covered my testimonials and many other testimonials from other people. But then I'm also going to mention another device, which is called the SOMAVEDIC. And in the link in the description of this video, up until the 21st of December, there is a 15% discount code that I have supplied to you that you can use to utilize. After the 21st of December, it will be the standard 10% discount code that you can find on my website on my health store. So let me just start sharing the screen. So share screen, here we go. So let's bring up the video and share. So hopefully, let me check. You should be able to see that screen. Fantastic, you can. So what I'm going to do is I prepared a little bit of a video just giving a little bit of an introduction. And then after that, we're going to have David Schmidt talking about the 5G effects and what his studies has shown in terms of diffusing them with the combination of X39 and X49. However, some people have noticed less effects with 5G just with X39. So X49 just sort of puts it on steroids. And then you're going to see my friends Pierre and Cullen talking about 5G, the effects, and how, funnily enough, I didn't even plan this. I didn't even know they also love the SOMAVEDIC. And basically how it does work. So let's play this. I'll play it in a minute. So the first thing I wanted to say is what's so amazing about this technology? Well, it gives you strength, stamina, beyond. So what it does, it goes into your body, looks at your universal cells, reads into the memory, what's going on in Maria's body, what's going on in anybody's body. And if something is out of balance, it goes to work to restore it back into harmony. So it helps your body self-heal anything that is out of order, anything that's not working in perfect order as God intended. So that's what it does. So that's what I wanted to say on the first slide. So what are some of the things that people are telling me? They're finding, rapid relief from pain, reduced inflammation. And we know how inflammation causes havoc in the body. So if anything is out of balance in the body, so if you're experiencing pain, if you're experiencing blood pressure, if you're experiencing, my goodness me, any sort of illness, it's inflammation in the body that needs to be dealt with. And when we're given pop this pill, all we're doing is dealing with the inflammation, but we're not dealing with the root cause of the problem. And that this is what this technology does. And it is a technology. It's quantum technology, Nikola Tesla-based technology, proven to work. There are studies there. There are patents there that prove it. So supports wound healing. So I've noticed my wounds and my scars are starting to diminish. Energy and vitality, mental clarity, enhances athletic performance. And we know a lot of NFL players wear it, boxers. And I've done testimonials with them. Faster recovery from exercise, improved skin appearance. These are just a few of the things that people have noticed. And again, it's helped people with their sort of, shot, unfortunately, injuries and what have you. So have a look at the testimonials, better sleep. Oh my goodness me. It is unbelievable the things that it's helped. So we're talking about our cells. We like to call them universal cells here at Lifewave. Unfortunately, we can't use the term stem cells because the FDA has stopped us. It's now considered a medical term. So this is, a patch designed to elevate copper peptide that has many benefits, including activation of the universal cells. So it's all about the copper. So what does it do? Shine the light very much like the sun to produce vitamin D. So this activates the copper peptides in the cells so they can start doing what they do best. And the week before, we covered some of the things to maximize that. And one of them was, I always suggest take a copper supplement or drink water out of a copper cup, because the copper, which is healing, actually goes into the water, and then you drink it, or you can wear a copper bracelet. So there are many ways to get extra copper. And I do notice a lot of people do have a copper deficiency. So again, people a lot of the times have immediate effects. But the first thing it starts to do is to target inflammation, get to putting some antioxidants into your body, and detoxing. So it detoxes the cells, and after it detoxes those universal cells, it starts to regenerate them and reproduce, because as we know, as we age, there's a slide coming up, we start to lose a lot of our universal cells. They start to die. So again, it's based on wavelengths and frequency. This is Nikola Tesla, power of 369. It's not an accident that it's called X39. So it's based on acupuncture points, meridians, and this is why for each patch there is a particular place where you place it, because that's where the studies have also shown where it works the best. And again, it provides overall wellness. No drugs or chemicals enter the body, so nothing enters the body. This is just your light shining on the crystals, activating the frequencies and getting into the cells and saying, what do I need to heal? So this is called phototherapy, an ancient Greek word, or light therapy. It's been around, for about 100 years, I would say more, because the ancient Greeks did use it a little bit before then, and again uses light. And what does the Bible say? Let there be light. So we need light also for ascension. And again, it says there that, the ancient Greeks had a center for studying the effects of different colored light on the body. And of course, promoted health by focusing very much like sunlight, but they use colored glass on certain areas of the body. So this is what this does, but it doesn't matter where you patch it. It will do what it's meant to do. But as I say to people, if you have a particular pain spot, put it on there. And we'll see a video in a minute on patch placement for the X39. And every patch has its own placement. Again, it focuses on meridian spots, and it focuses on, acupuncture points. So this is relatively new to technology. It is unique. No one else is doing this. This is the only patch that does this on the market. There are others out there, but David has made it very clear they do not do what this does, okay? And again, no drugs or stimulants enter the body, and this is patented, study-proven technology. This is not whoopee stuff, everybody. There are studies to back this up. So again, as we can see, we lose cells. Hundreds of millions of people are experiencing symptoms of aging. Look at their skin, look at their body. If they have illnesses, it's aging. Aches and pains, aging, anything. where you don't feel complete joy and agape, you are aging. So at the age of 30, only half of your cells are active. At the age of 60, you lose almost all cell activity. So what this does is it reproduces new cells. And this is how I managed to look young as well. And it's interesting because you're about to see a video with me. Oh my goodness me. And I think it was about just over a year ago that I was in this video, and I don't even recognize myself when I look at myself in this video. So you're going to be able to see the huge improvements that these patches have done for me just by looking at that video. Okay, so we'll just play this video again. Oh, here it is. Okay, we're on to the next slide. So how do they work? Activating the copper peptides, which is the holy grail of anti-aging. And we know how important copper is. Again, made of organic nanocrystals, which just mean it's a lattice of crystals. That's all it means. Formulated to activate your copper peptides, which reactivates your own cells and regenerates new ones. And this is why a lot of people have noticed age reversal. So it's been clinically proven. So again, this slide is talking about the GHK and GHK-Cu copper peptides that are activated. So this is all science-based, research-based, and lots of studies. So again, more energy, better sleep, dramatic pain relief. So again, we're just covering just a few of the things: wrinkle reduction, sports performance, scar reduction. And I've covered many testimonials. My hair is growing like crazy. My nails are growing like crazy. I did a video last week, 2 videos actually. Please have a look. That's how I straighten my teeth, and I don't need glasses anymore. I used to have 2, one for close up and one to see distances. Don't need them anymore. So how do you place the X39 patch? How do you put it on? Again, 12 hours on and then take it off, throw it out, and rest for 12 hours. Why are we doing this? Because we want the body to do the work, the self-healing. And again, I gave lots of tips the week before on how you can maximize the benefits of the X39, and that includes eating, an Ascension diet, drinking lots of water, considering a copper supplement. Please have a look at that video because I went into great detail because some of my customers say, oh, I didn't get an immediate effect, or I didn't get anything happening after 2 weeks. So when they actually read my blog page of how to maximize and start applying some of those suggestions, they start to get real quick benefits and start to see results. So now what I'm going to do is we're going to start the videos. So the first video is just talking a little bit about X39 and placement, which just summarizes everything that I've said. And then I'm going to let this continue to play because you're going to hear David talking about 5G and how the patches help. And then you're going to see a very brief interview with me, Pia and Cullen, talking about the SOMAVEDIC. And again, in the description of this video, you will find a link taking you to my website where you can purchase this amazing product. And also in the link in the description, you will see a 15% discount code for the SOMAVEDIC, and that only applies until the 21st of December 2023. Thereafter, it will go back to 10% because that's the discount that I offer regularly. It will be the same link. You will just change Maria 15 to Maria 10. And again, go to my health store on my website and you'll find everything. So I will now let this video play to the end.
Lifewave's X39 give you a whole new level of vitality. The patch works by using phototherapy to elevate a peptide in the body that normally declines with age. The benefits are numerous. The X39 patch will improve your energy and sleep, reduce your pain, smooth out the appearance of lines and wrinkles in your skin, and support faster wound healing, just to name a few. And the best part? X39 works no matter where you place it on your body. Our studies were based on 2 locations. The first one is at the base of your neck, as you see here. The other location is just below the belly button, as shown here. But remember, you really can place it anywhere. Be sure to apply the patch to clean, dry skin in the morning. You can wear the X39 patch for up to 12 hours. Stay well hydrated while you're using it. Lifewave's X39. You have to experience it to believe it.
Question, is it possible that X39 can protect us against 5G?
So we do have some preliminary data to that effect, and we've been exploring this with X39 and X49.
Wow.
And here was the hypothesis that I had about this, is that first, I'm really glad that you asked the question, because we know that 5G is becoming a very serious problem today, and people aren't looking at what are the immediate and the potential long-term effects of this. We know going back through 2G and 3G networks that there was work done at the University of Colorado School of Medicine showing tissue heating in the brain for people that were keeping their cell phones up against their head. We had done clinical studies a number of years ago, and we were working with SGS, and they're a very, very well-known testing lab like UL, for example. And we wanted to look at these tissue heating properties of the radiation that's coming out of cell phones. So, one thing that would be important for people to know is that cell phones are using the same frequency as a microwave oven, 2.4 gigahertz. And the reason why a microwave is able to heat water or vegetables or whatever you put in there, which you shouldn't, is that it's causing the water molecules to rotate. And this creates friction in the water, which creates the heating. So the microwave is inductively transferring energy from the microwave head over into whatever is inside the microwave oven. So you get that transfer of energy. And it's really no different than with the human body. So, first thing that I would recommend is that people do not put their cell phones up against their head. Keep it on speaker, keep it away from the body. But, the problem, of course, is that we're now living in this environment where Bluetooth, 5G, Wi-Fi is everywhere.
Yeah.
And what do? Well, God has given us the ability to adapt. And, human beings have been able to adapt to some pretty extraordinary things over the past, how many thousands of years, however long it's been, right? Human beings have been able to adapt and survive. And my personal belief is that we have the ability to be upgraded and to adapt. So how would we go about this? Well, in physics, if we wanted to isolate, we wanted to perform an experiment and we wanted to isolate something from electromagnetic radiation, we would use what's called a Faraday cage. And a Faraday cage would be a copper screen that's grounded. So you put something inside this box made of a copper mesh, and then you ground it, and electromagnetic energy can't get through. And so as I began to think about this, I thought, well, the skin is loaded with copper peptide, and it decreases with age. And there's actually two different forms of copper peptide that we work with, GHK and AHK. They're both found in the skin. They both have benefits for the skin, but they both have some extraordinary effects. They're related to one another. They're like a mother-daughter peptide relationship. One is very broad, one's a little bit more narrow. But I thought, okay, maybe what we could do by elevating both of these peptides simultaneously is form a network of the peptides in the skin that will act like a Faraday cage. So Onyx was kind enough to refer me to a biochemist that was very interested in doing this work. I contacted a medical doctor that I knew, that is heavily involved in energy medicine and has patients that are electromagnetically sensitive. And I said, okay, let's go ahead and see if this hypothesis could prove to be true. So we started to get some data back from the biochemist and from that study saying, yeah, there is an effect here. People that are wearing X39 and X49 are getting a reduction in their sensitivity to 5G. Then went to the medical doctor and said, hey, you've really got something here. What I'm finding with my patients is that about 3 days after they start using X39 and X49, their symptoms from 5G are disappearing. So I would say we haven't proven yet that that it is an effective means to block against 5G, but we certainly have some evidence that looks like it's going in that direction, that they are going to be useful tools in helping to protect people from this.
David, that sounds incredible. That's
amazing, right?
For
Yeah,
major,
amazing.
major, because everyone needs this. And
Is it possible that X39 protects us against 5G? We have preliminary data to suggest that X39 and X49 protect against 5G, but we're not ready to make that claim. So I'll explain. When we want to run an experiment, and this is very well known in physics, and this is done throughout the world, you create what's called a Faraday cage to block out electromagnetic radiation. So let's say that you put something inside a box that is covered with a copper screen, a copper mesh, and then you ground the copper. Electromagnetic waves can't get through. So there's a variety of reasons why you would want to do an experiment like that. Now, when we're talking about 5G, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, all this synthetic radiation, the reason why we should be concerned about this is because studies have shown that this microwave energy does in fact damage healthy tissue. We can go back more than 15 years, look at studies done at the University of Colorado School of Medicine, and we see holding a cell phone up to your head will increase heating in brain tissue and damage brain tissue. So you should never hold a cell phone up to your head. These are microwave energies. So if we look at 5G, it's going to be a wave of 2.4 gigahertz and higher. Now, 2.4 gigahertz is the same frequency as a microwave oven. And the way a microwave oven works is that it causes water molecules to rotate. And this generates friction and generates heat. We are unfortunately being bombarded by microwave energy from all of these sources. It's not going away anytime soon. The government doesn't want to deal with it or admit that it's a problem. Fortunately, we were created to adapt. We have copper in our skin. So just like that copper mesh in a Faraday cage is going to screen out electromagnetic energy, if we take a copper supplement or get enough copper in our diet, and we increase copper peptide, GHK and AHK, we can reduce the effect of radiation on our body. This is actually documented in studies on GHKCU, that it will reduce the impact of UV radiation on the body, which of course is a higher frequency than microwaves coming from 5G. We have preliminary data in a study that shows that X39 and X49 within days can reduce the impact of 5G on the body. But we're not ready to make that claim, and there, I would say, are certain legal issues with making that claim relative to FDA and FTC. So we may never make the claim, but I'm delighted people are going to get that benefit anyway.
And just to let the viewers and listeners know, we were scheduled to do this, a few months ago, but, God Creator is really quite incredible and times everything at the right moment. So it was a blessing because of, the 5G issues. So I wanted to mention this and maybe get something, a little bit of input from you guys. I was also really feeling the 5G effects, and they were really affecting me. So I just wanted to share with people these frequencies of 5G, and they are feeding other frequencies through them, are very real. And it does also affect your connection, if I understand correctly, with the collective.
Absolutely.
That's correct. Not everybody is as sensitive as what we have been sharing with you and you've been sharing with us about feeling these things. Some people are not as sensitive and they don't understand the damage that is being done to them until they're actually quite ill. But because we are sensitive, we pick up on these frequencies more quickly and can do things to try to mitigate it as quickly as possible.
So what we do is we research and we find devices that we trust will, as Pia said, mitigate the effects of these beamed energies. And there are a number of very respectable companies around the world who are making these devices. We don't leave our home without them in our pockets or our purses or our rucksacks, because we need them when we're in cities where there's more 5G being beamed. We have to have this help.
We also make sure that we have a wired computer, or we do not have Wi-Fi coming through our internet. It is wired through our electricity, so we get no extra EMF waves that way. And we have these protective devices around in our home also. Our two favorites are the SOMAVEDIC, which is really powerful and makes our plants grow and our flowers bloom, makes the whole energy nice. And the other one that really seems to be effective in protecting is the Blue Shield device. So those are our two favorites, although we have tried probably 4 or 5 altogether. Those two remain our favorites.
And there are also some natural materials. I know a lot of people know about this natural stone called shungite. It's a dark stone. It looks like obsidian, but it's not obsidian. It only occurs in a small village in Russia. And the story behind it is that it was a meteor-like projectile that came to Earth thousands and thousands or maybe millions of years ago, deposited this mineral in the ground, and it has been discovered for hundreds of years that it has healing properties. And for some reason, it helps with EMF radiation. So we have shungite rocks and stones everywhere around our house. And we believe seriously that it really does help protect us.
But if we're talking about 5G, we need to talk for a few minutes about what the purpose of 5G is and what it is actually doing, because most people believe that 5G is simply to support better internet connection, help us connect. That's not true.
I guess the best way to begin a discussion like this is to realize that 5G and unfortunately even 6G is now being developed in some countries. 5G was a military designed invention to be able to beam different kinds of energy, different EMF energies to the population. The idea that it makes the internet faster, it makes your cell phone reception faster, is all a false advertising regime of propaganda. What it actually does is it changes our biological ability to intake oxygen to the cells. It does something that is utterly amazing. 5G energy causes the oxygen that should be spinning in a certain direction to spin in the opposite direction. And in spinning in the opposite direction, it does not go to the cells. It doesn't travel the way it should. I wrote an article at the very beginning of the so-called pandemic, I think I wrote this article 2 years ago.
I think it's closer to 3 now.
And I titled the article Technovirus, because when we were seeing videos of people in Wuhan, China falling down in the streets, we were told they had a virus. Well, actually what was happening was they were being beamed 5G EMF energy, and because it was stealing the oxygen that their cells needed, they were falling down because they could not live in a normal way that humans were designed to live. So I realized that somebody had to start speaking about, this is not a viral pandemic, this is a technical pandemic. And it has been proven over these past 2 to 2.5 years, there is so much research out that this was a proposed agenda-like operation. This was not an accident. This was not about virology, germs, or viruses. This is a technical virus. And we have to wake up collectively and individually to realize that these new techniques are not for our human good, but they're not good for the animals, the plants, the trees, the water, the sky. They're not good for any living energy on this planet.
Yes, I agree. I thank you so much that you even covered, which is not why I raised this question, those products, because I actually have all of them that you discussed. And everybody, in the description, I do have the SOMAVEDIC and a special discount that they have given to me for anybody that's watching this. So I encourage you to have it. Not only that, just to give you an example, I have plants in front of me, people can't see them. And ever since I got this device, I have never seen them flourish, double in size. Well, not only that, my connection to God, Creator, Prime Creator, and my galactic brothers and sisters has improved in terms of the connection ever since I started doing exactly what you said. Whereas before I felt the connection was not as direct. So, you know, guys, this is real. This is real what Peter and Cullen are saying. So, yes, so please, you know, do your research.
Only one thing ever mattered: helping people. I witnessed how, under the forces exerted by modern civilization, the health and mental well-being of those close to me were wasting away. This compelled me to study widely, from Feng Shui to Vastu to quantum physics. I discovered that gemstones and metals in certain constellations emit waves that create the space for regenerating body and spirit. This is how SOMAVEDIC came into being. Just as minerals can be used to generate electricity or to use magnetism, precious stones have qualities that make them prized treasures throughout human history. Following years of development, we today have tens of thousands of satisfied customers who enjoy lower stress levels and sleep more soundly, and whose lives have changed for the better. I know it sounds unbelievable, but that's how the invention of the light bulb must have sounded in its day. Nikola Tesla was right when he said the day science begins to study non-physical phenomena, it will make more progress in 1 decade than in all the previous centuries of its existence. That's exactly what I did. And if it will help a single person, it was all worth it. If you want to wake up full of energy and looking forward to tackling a new day, SOMAVEDIC is here to help.
Okay, so I'll stop sharing there. Guys, there are options there for managing 5G. And so I presented people discussing what I use, because I think it's very important that anything that I recommend to my clients or on my videos is validated not only by science, but is validated by other people. So again, in the description of this video, I have a 15% discount code for the SOMAVEDIC, which ends on the 21st of December. And thereafter, it will go back to the 10%. And again, you heard David Schmidt talk about this amazing technology, X39. As I said earlier on, there are some doctors that are prescribing the X39, in particular heart doctors, to their patients, and they're asking them to place the patch on the heart in particularly, and they're getting amazing, amazing results. And again, if you patch up with X49 as well, as David Schmidt said, you get even more amazing benefits. And again, as I say to people, please join as a preferred customer. Why? Because you pay the wholesale rate. And you also get, David's very kind, he gives you little samples so that you can try the rest of the patch range. And that way you can get to experience the other patches in the range. When you join as a preferred customer, it costs you less than a cup of coffee a day. It is $3.33 a day, and you're worth it. And it's not an accident that is priced at $3.33 a day. It's the power of God. 3 plus 3 plus 3 is 9. What is the number of God? 9. So this man does not create anything by accident. Everything uses mathematical God frequency numbers. And again, you may want to join as a partner and not do the business. Why? I have a lot of people that join as a silver or a gold or a diamond. Why? Because they want to purchase multiple patches, save even more, and then take advantage of the maintenance packs. And when you do that, the price ends up being less than the wholesale price. And then you may want to do the business. Up to you. Share the link and make some money. And again, there's a 90-day money-back guarantee for customers, and there is a 30-day money-back guarantee for partners. So what have you got to lose? Try it. And again, join the business. We're an amazing group of people. It's a 5D based business. There's a lot of other amazing technology that Lifewave has, and one of them is a free energy device for the home, which will be released in the future. So this is proto medbed technology. This is medbed technology as far as I'm concerned, because as soon as you put this X39 on, it starts to heal anything in the body. And again, have a look at the tips that I have on my blog page and the video that I did a couple of weeks ago of how you can maximize the benefits of X39. And again, it's not just for us humans, also for our pets. So I patch up my little kitties that are sleeping at the moment. And again, have a look at the video that I posted. Horses don't lie. There was a patch, AccuLife, that was designed for horses and pain, and horses don't lie. So as soon as the horse is patched up, no pain. As soon as the patches are taken off, it's in severe pain and agony. So they're not going to lie. So there's lots of studies. It's patented technology, and it works. So that's all I had for everybody today. And I just wanted to thank you, as always, for watching my videos. Thank you to all my preferred customers and all my partners. I love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Together in our team, I am so happy to say we have healed hundreds of thousands of people. We are a huge team under Onyx. We have helped heal hundreds of thousands of people, activate their body to self-heal. It is so exciting to know that I'm part of an amazing team that has helped people self-heal themselves. It's incredible. And a lot of them had conditions and injuries that the medical system said there's nothing that we can do. Keep popping the pills, keep popping the injections, and get surgery. So that is amazing. So we are doing a huge service to humanity by helping many, many people. And this is what makes my life satisfying. This is what brings me joy every day, and want to jump out of the bed and say, you know what? Who am I going to patch up today, and who am I going to help today? So thank you for watching. Mahalo, everybody. God bless you. Next week on Monday, I'm taking a break because, of course, it's Christmas and a holiday. So happy holidays to anybody that celebrates. Again, thank you for watching. And, if you want to know anything more about this amazing range of ancient Greek light therapy, quantum therapy, please feel free to email me or to message me. But, you know, links in the description and, of course, flashing on the screen where you can join as a partner or join as a preferred customer and purchase that way. So, mahalo, thank you, and God bless you.
September of last year, I had reached a very dark point in my life physically. I would get in the van and I would literally start crying because I was in so much pain. Well, Kevin calls me and he comes over and he says, I got something I want to share with you. And I was like, well, what is that? Is that like a nicotine patch? I was, no, this reactivates stem cells. He gave me something to try, put it on the back of my neck, totally forgot about it. Then I was like, what is going on in my body? Then I realized I hadn't cried from pain in over a month and a half. I wasn't using therapy guns on my hands anymore. I wasn't wearing knee braces anymore. And I was like, I didn't feel this good when I was in my 30s. It literally, it gave me back my life. I seriously, last summer, wasn't sure I wanted it to continue. And now I'm like, I'm so excited of how I feel and what I can help other people with. And I can't not tell people this.
That no company in the industry, whether it was 20 years, 30 years, and even 5 or now, no company in the world has our technology. No company in the world protects their technology like we do. And no company in the world can talk about the future technologies that will be coming in hand. If anyone that is interested in building a future or stability in any industry, you have to be in a direct industry. But if you're going to be in a direct industry, you have to make sure that you partner up with a company that has stability and the foundation for the future for you and your family. So, and we now know we are a true technology company, but technology and wearable technology for the first 20 years, and get ready for the next 20, 40, 60, 80 years, wherever David's going to take us, because as we know, when we wear our patches, we're going to age gracefully and we're going to get stronger as we age.